What a way to start the new week. BTC pumped up above 12,000 and has now settled at $12,165. This is a very, very good sign. As we know, BTC had trouble breaking above 12,000 holding, and now it looks like it wants to move up even more. So what does this mean for Bitcoin and where is it going to go? Let's discuss. Look at the 15-minute chart. This morning, a lot of buying, and it drove Bitcoin up in a big way. It actually went up to 12,200, then came down to 11,800, and then went right back up. But right now, BTC is looking extremely strong. Very, very bullish. And now that makes two previous highs that BTC has broken. 10,500, that was a major one that BTC broke a few months ago. And now 12,000 if it can hold. This is the second time BTC has broken 12,000. Let's see if it can hold. If it can, this is extremely bullish. And there are a lot more reasons to be bullish that I'll get to in a little bit. Now, as for altcoins, they're not doing bad. BTC dominance went up slightly, but overall, altcoins are holding well. And it's really surprising. This really shows how strong altcoins are at this point, mainly led by the DeFi market, but still, as a whole, the crypto market is doing very well, very strong, and everything is moving in tandem. Now, what about the fear and greed index? Well, look at it. Extreme greed right now, 83. Yesterday, 82. Last week, 78. And I expect once this updates in 9 hours, it'll probably be at 90 due to what Bitcoin is doing right now. There is just basically no fear. The fear has melted away. Because honestly, what is there to fear? There's nothing that you could say. I don't see any reason why you want to be a bear at this point. It just makes no sense. And this morning, when Bitcoin shot up to 12,200, the bears got liquidated. $22 million worth of shorts got liquidated. This is the reason why you don't want to be bearish. And you don't want to be playing with leverage because it just makes no sense at this point. Like, why would you want to short Bitcoin in a big way? It just doesn't make any sense. Bitcoin does not look like it's going to come down in any meaningful way. Maybe a few hundred points, maybe some swings, but still, why would you be so short on Bitcoin at this point unless you just want to be liquidated? So that's exactly what happened this morning. So, man, it's a good time to be a bull. It's a very bad time to be a bear. All right, so I mentioned, how could you be bearish on Bitcoin? Because everything looks so bullish. I just tweeted this morning. If you don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you do so. My handle is on the bottom of the screen. First point, BTC breaking previous highs, right? I mentioned that. Two very important ones, 10,500, and it does not seem like we're going to go below that anytime soon or ever again. And now two at 12,000. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you where the next ones are. But we weren't able to do that for the last 3 years. We've been sitting on the sidelines, at least BTC has been, and it's been stuck in this descending wedge. And now it's breaking all these previous highs. That in itself is very bullish because that's something that BTC has not been able to do for the last 3 years. And then next, let's look at the Fed is investigating crypto dollar, looking into a digital dollar because China already has one and they're testing it out and the US does not want to fall behind. So they're investigating this with MIT and this could only bring more awareness to cryptocurrency overall. So I think that is also very bullish. Next, let's look at Grayscale. They're buying Bitcoin at an increasing rate. There's been many articles, people that have done studies looking at the quarterlies showing that they're buying more Bitcoins than the miners are producing. And they just put out a national commercial to bring more awareness. And they said that brought in $200+ million into Bitcoin for them. So that's a lot, right? So you got a lot of investment companies, a lot of institutional investors that's starting to dab into Bitcoin. I'm saying dab, not full-blown FOMO. But even that dabbing is helping Bitcoin in a big way. Think about how much money is out there and how little of it is in Bitcoin right now, getting just a slight piece of the pie would mean huge things. Next, you look at Tether and stablecoins, just keeps increasing. Over $12 billion. And that means something. That means there's a lot sitting on the sidelines from people waiting for the right opportunity to buy, right? So that is also very promising. When you have that much liquidity just sitting there or entering the market, very, very bullish. Next, look at the fact that 45% of the supply out there hasn't moved in 2 years. And if you calculate what hasn't moved in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, that number only grows. There's just a lot of holders right now. They're hodling. They don't want to sell for anything. And because of that, that makes it even scarcer, right? Bitcoin is already scarce. There's not that much circulating around. But with people holding and holding and holding, it makes it even scarcer. And I think that's also very bullish. Mining is profitable, yes, because even though difficulty is going up, hash rate is going up, but guess what? So is price. Price follows the hash rate for Bitcoin, and as long as Bitcoin keeps going up, then the miners are profitable, and there's no worries about a dump. There's no worries at all. Now, Bitcoin goes down to 6,000 tomorrow. Yes, there's worries that miners are unprofitable. They have to shut down machines and sell off. But right now, what are the miners doing? They're creating more mining farms because they want to spin up more mining machines at this point. They want to get every single Bitcoin they can. They want to mine Bitcoin out so they could become the future billionaires, the new age money of the future. So these miners, they're not giving up. They're spinning up more and more miners, in fact. There's no worries about them dumping at this point. And finally, you got guys like Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports. I mean, he's not the biggest guy, but he does have a large audience base, and he's been causing a stir recently. So he's getting involved with Bitcoin and crypto. He's letting his audience know about that, and national attention is focused on him. So I think the more attention he brings to the Bitcoin world or crypto world, the better it is for Bitcoin as well. So next, let's look at where BTC can end up. It already broke through 2 previous highs. So what are the next previous highs it needs to break? Well, I had to go back. I had to go way, way, way back, okay? Way, way, way back to 2017 to early 2018 to find some of these previous resistances and supports. So let's zoom out a little bit or zoom above. So right now at 12,200, the next one that BTC faces is around 13,000. And a lot of analysts are already saying that BTC is heading to 13,000. And think about it. We're really only $800 away. So it's not like 13,000 is a lifetime away. So we could even see 13,000 by the end of tonight or tomorrow if this pump continues. After that, around 14,200. After that, 15,150, 15,800. 16,600, and then finally 17,100. Now, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin has to stop at each line, but it could, break through some of these and settle at some of these. These are the previous resistances and supports that BTC has seen, and this goes back all the way to 2017, 2018. This shows you what a different time Bitcoin is in now versus before, right? Just FYI, I plan on releasing another video possibly later this afternoon or tomorrow. It's on another DeFi project that I think is very interesting. Some of you guys have enjoyed my Chainlink videos, and I've decided to make more dedicated videos on smaller DeFi projects that are very interesting. So I do plan on releasing one later today or tomorrow. So make sure you follow my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. All right, take care. Bye-bye.